first of all, just have a think about what success really means, because there is no point in setting off on a journey without having some kind of destination in mind,
Mhm.
and also deciding what kind of route you want to take on that journey. Because if you don't know where you're going, and you just go there in a hurry, then that can be quite an inconvenient and uncomfortable trip. So I think first of all, I would just encourage people, anyone listening or watching, to just take stock and look around. And first of all, think, well, where do you want to be? What will make you happy? And not let society determine that for you,
Mhm.
right? Look at some of the people that you can admire and see how they live their lives on their own terms, and just ask yourself, what sort of things will really sustain you emotionally over time. Is it
Mhm.
a sport? Is it an art? Is it a music? Is it a relationship, right? Is it a place? So that the goal is not acquisition of things, because those things are temporal, and they will not, I can tell you, bring you sustained happiness. So first of all is, I think about what it is that will make you happy. Now, you may not know what it is that makes you really happy yet, but you will know what doesn't make you happy, what makes you anxious. The people you like to hang with, the places you
Yeah.
like to go,
Mhm.
right? So I think that'd be the first thing. I think the second thing is to not put pressure on yourself to accomplish too much too soon, because one of the challenges seems to be that, certainly on social media, there's a lot of, you know, I made this much money by this age,
Yeah,
right? And that,
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of
yeah,
people who are saying $1 million by 18 years old, like that type of thing.
yeah. In reality, that's rare. Okay. And you don't know the backstory to that, because actually what happens is we compare their success, but what we don't do is compare their situation, right? So we compare their success, go, I'd like to have that. But what we don't know is how they started, right? We don't know
Mhm.
what lucky breaks they got. We don't know what money they had to start with, right? So you have to be really careful not to compare yourself, because actually, if you start off in the same place with the same assets and the same opportunity, you might do that. But no two people have the same setup. So just be
Yeah.
wary of not judging your success by the success of other people. And, you know, your generation will live on average till you're 100, right? My dad's
That,
90, right? Um, and, I'm probably going to live till I'm late 90s if I'm lucky, right? So, you know, you have another 80 years. So, at 18, you've got at least another 80 years. So I'd say don't be in a rush. Really take time to have the experiences that the world is offering you without worrying so much about it being by a certain date.
mhm.
And then the final thing is, ignore other people. And you asked about, when people said, how are you going to do that and stuff like that. And of course, people said, oh, you're going to go to Singapore. You don't know anyone. You've never run a business. That's insane. You'll fail and so on, right? So for sure they did. But I think if you've done that work about what makes you happy and what drives you and what your own success looks like, then when those other people say those things to you, you can say, well, that's fine. For you, that wouldn't be your definition of success. So that's your view. You're welcome to that. But this is my journey. And have the self-confidence to be on your own path,
Mhm.
and to take the time to enjoy that path, because you really have so many opportunities to create interesting things.
Yeah.
Um, and internet makes it so much quicker to create things and scale things if you want to connect with people. So to summarize that, one is, think about what would success look like for you. And I really suggest that it's not monetary and it's not things, it's how you feel, what makes you feel good. Second is to think about the kind of journey that you'd like to be on. And the third thing is not to let other people transpose their anxieties and their expectations onto you, because actually they're quite often annoyed or anxious if someone isn't doing what they're doing. They're like, then I have to question my own route, my own path, my own goals.
Yeah.
So beware of people doing that, and just believe that ultimately, you know, you can find happiness and success on your own terms.